I can, okay. I can confirm that one large pump has been delivered to the water treatment plant and is being prepped and it being installed today. The second pump, the next pump's on track and is expected to be operational for the end of next week. Once the two pumps have been thoroughly tested and operational, we will provide a phased-in approach to remove the requirement to conserve.
Yeah. Now, what's the reaction been from the general public about the fact that they have to, that there are all these water restrictions now?
Actually, the public have been fabulous, and I can't thank our residents enough and our businesses for the approach they take. It's very evident in our water usage and consumption that's being pumped that the entire community is pulling together, and the residents are making every effort to conserve water. And by doing this, it lessens the stress on the pumps that are in service at this point in time. We expect it to be online tomorrow.
Are there any other parts of shipments coming in, or are these the only part shipments that you require?
Currently at this time, there are impeller parts that are at the manufacturing facility that are required for the next, I believe it is 3 pumps. And stainless steel impellers are still on their way, and that is a much longer term delivery.
So is the timeline still the same? The first pump operational by the end of the week and the second one by the end of next week?
That's right. Our timelines are still on track, and as I noted, we will introduce and provide the community updates when we are able to become operational again, and we will look to a phased-in approach because the conservation efforts are working and reducing the stress, but as pumps are put in and taken out, we will need to phase out the conservation methods to maintain the water supply that's being pumped at this time.
Are the 3rd, 4th, and 5th pumps still operating? As you said yesterday, the 3rd doing all the work, the 4th is a backup, etc.?
That's correct. So we are using one pump is able to keep up with the current demand. The second pump is only being used for peak times, and the 3rd pump is being used as a backup.
Will pumps 3, 4, and 5 need the same work that pumps 1 and 2 will need?
That's correct, and we do have a strategy to rotate those pumps in and out. We have to maintain our compliance with the Ministry of the Environment. The MOE is on site at our Emergency Operations Center and continue to provide us with details.
So the declaration still stays in place then, is that correct? And will it be until all 5 pumps are back to normal, or will that be determined at a later date?
Yes, as long as we are continuing, we still have businesses that are using alternative sources of water and businesses that have ceased operation. We will maintain the declaration of emergency, and of course, as we have continued the conservation efforts, which are very important that we maintain those to ensure that our strategy works to get up to full capacity. So it's very important that the community continue those efforts and with a phased-in approach to water usage when we provide that information. And the second pump is in place, which will not be till next week.
Is there any update on? Is there any update on the situation with Cameco? If you're able to help them in any ways?
We have been working together. We've been having numerous meetings, and at this point in time, I don't have any of those details. As soon as we have something available, we will provide those.
On the heels of that question, are the businesses in Port Hope still not having to lay off any of their employees?
That is our understanding with our conversations to date. CPK and Cameco, the industries that are at 100 cubic meters or more, have ceased the use of water in their operations, and laundromats and car washes are not using that. And I really must thank the other business owners. So many of the restaurants are using paper plates and etc. And the conservation efforts truly are evident, and that is what's helping us to stay on track with the work on the pumps.
And just to clarify on another matter, in terms of those businesses that are not to use water, and if they do, then they would be cut off. That is not, or is it, does it affect residential as well?
Absolutely not. As I've said previously, that is only in regards to businesses that have been asked to cease water use in their operations.
Is there any type of investigation underway at this point, or is all investigatory efforts on hold until this situation is...
Really, we're most concerned in regards to getting the plant and the pumps up and running to full capacity. There will be a full debriefing at the time when the pumps are up and running, and a full root cause analysis. We have started some testing, but our focus and all of our staff energy is put towards getting the plant up and running to full capacity.
Is there any other agency involved besides the Ministry of Environment at the provincial level?
The Emergency Management Ontario, EMO, has been on site, and they are involved with us, and also the health unit.
So it's just municipal and provincial authorities involved in this situation at the moment then?
That's correct.
Has there been any call on Rick Norlock to help out, or from a federal point of view?
Absolutely, and I think as the Deputy Mayor had noted yesterday, we had calls immediately, and calls went out to our neighbours. Also calls went out immediately to our provincial and federal representatives to make them aware of the situation. And we had calls immediately for whatever resources were required federally, provincially, from our local communities, and also from local businesses. Also provided the opportunity, any resources that we need, they would provide. And when we were concerned we may have a customs problem, Rick was there to assist.
Just to clarify, when you said you're on schedule for the end of next week, as I understand it, that's for the reinstallation of the second pump?
That's correct. And we're hoping at that time, with the reinstallation of the second pump, our hope is that we will be able to resume normal water usage. Again, we evaluate that on day-to-day time. That is our strategy to date, and that has been accepted by the MOE. But again, we have to continue to monitor that and need approval from the MOE at a variety of steps before we implement any equipment into the water facility.
The stainless steel impeller, is it the impeller that's stainless steel that's being replaced? I think you said that that's long-term.
That's correct.
So are they brass impellers that are...
They're actually bronze.
Bronze impellers?
That's right, that are being replaced at this point in time. And there will be a cycling in of the pumps, and that's what's happening right now, a cycling in of the pumps to get us up and running with the materials that were available at the manufacturer. And long-term, we have ordered stainless steel impellers that will be replaced, and all 5 pumps in the long term will be replaced with stainless steel impellers. They have been ordered. So once we get our pumps up and running, we will also go through a cycle of continuing. Even the ones that are in and replaced now will further down the road be replaced with stainless steel impellers.
I know that the plant, as you said at one of the conferences, is approximately 5 years old.
That's correct.
Were these new?
Yes, they were brand new 5 years ago. That time, if there's any other questions, thank you very much for your time. I do appreciate it. We will issue our 10th press release later today, again covering all of the information and any new information by the time between now and the time we get to issue that release will be provided to you. Thank you very much, and again, we'll continue our 2 p.m.s until we're resolved. Thank you. Yeah, it has been. We will continue that, and we'll provide updates regularly.
Like our trucks coming in on a daily basis with additional products?
No, actually, we had 3 3 truckloads delivered to us. We put a call out and suggesting we might want to do this, and we just in case it was part of our strategy long term, and we had people offer to donate. We had 3 truckloads in place within the first 12 hours of requesting water.
You're ahead of schedule in getting the first pump back on what was behind that? How did it materialize?
It materialized by a lot of hard work from our employees and everyone pulling together, really. And I think, as the EMO stated, thinking outside the box.
And do you expect that maybe the same will happen with the second pump?
We're very hopeful, but we don't want to give false optimism. Right now, we're on track, and we'll maintain that. Thank you.
Thank you.